day everyone, I am Jessamine Sigos from BPED 3. So for today's video, I will answer the following question in MPA 20, Unit 4. First question is performance improvement. Are observable performance changes shown across practice? So my answer is yes, because performance is the observable behavior, because it is defined as the behavioral act of executing skills at the specific time and a specific situation. So in the other words, you could definitely observe a person over time and see them grow from barely being able to stand to walking on their feet, or in their sports, when they go from barely grasping fundamentals to making an extraordinary plays. So unlike in the learning, it cannot be directly observed. It is changed in the capability of a person to perform a skills, or it must be inferred from a relatively permanent improvement in the performance as a result of practice or experience. So for question number 2, consistently and stability. Can a learner sustain a higher level of performance over time? So my answer is yes, because one of the examples of stability of movement is running for a miles, because it can contain a higher level of performance over time. So the learner or the runners get a lower chances of injury, especially when making stability training. It is important for our overall impact, fitness, and injury prevention. So it is not only our lower risk of overuse injuries, but also help us to prevent accident that can lead to acute injuries. So being able to control our movements during exercising is incremental for preventing injuries. And for question number 3, persistent. Can the learner perform the motor skills proficiently following a break in a practice or performance? My answer is if a learner is persistent at performing a motor skills at the higher level of proficiency during a practice, only to return the original level at the next practice, did that person really learn that skills? So for me, no. Remember, learning something requires is a relatively permanent change in a person's capability to execute a motor skills as the results of practice or experience. So in other words, practice makes perfect, durability, enough training where it becomes a natural. Like for examples in a cycling. So in a cycling, you need to have the right balance or the right position before the make it perfect. And for question number 4, effort. Is the learner performing with less physical or mental effort across practice? My answer is so every learner give them 100% of their physical and mental effort in performing in any kind of sports or activities to make the outcome of his or her performance is good. But if you don't give your 100% effort in practicing or even in performing, you cannot achieve your goal. And for the 5 question, attention. Does the learner require less attention to perform the motor skills? So if a learner can focus on the attention with both his or her performance and movement, the possible results will be definitely good, and it will become a greater movement, effectiveness, and efficiency. Compared without an attention, the possible outcome of his or her performance will not good, or if something happened on their overall impact. And for the last question is adaptability. Can the learner adapt the changing environments or conditions with increased motor skills proficiency? So my answer is yes. Learner can adapt changing environments or condition become because the more the environment are changing, the more the motor skills of the learner will continue to increase, because they experience new environment that can help them to enhance their ability to adapt new situation and acquire new skills. So in addition to that, you can apply your new experience to your incoming performance. So that's all for today. Thank you.